pen, a letter for Autopen using Illustrator. Um, right here you'll see I've got, this is the Autopen template that I'll send you. And let me walk you around this thing a little bit. First off, we've got everything's broken up into 4 layers. One is the greeting, which is the greeting here, and the dates in there. And then the signature, which is down here, and the body, which is here, and then the background, which is everything else. Leaving the background in just so that you can get an idea, make sure all the layout is working and everything's fitting the way that it wants to fit. Real simple. Once you open this thing up, you just come in, type in the date, 4/8/20 is this date, and then literally you're just copy and pasting in each section here. Okay, this is a real easy part. We'll get to the details here in just a second. I'll come in and I'll tab that. Oops. I'll tab that over. Check for line breaks. Show you something else and tab over here. Now, it's really important. This is an important detail in this, and when we're doing things like that, nobody does this split with a dash line thing when they're writing an actual, like handwriting a letter. It's just, you just don't think to do it. So you really need to come through and check the right hand side of this thing to make sure there's none of that going on. So what I'll do is I will just hit enter to bring that down to the next line, and there we go. Make sure that it all fits here in the square. If for some reason it doesn't, you can just highlight the whole thing and make your text just a little bit smaller. Okay, but every time you do that, you're going to have to come back again and check to make sure that that line here is good, that there's no dash, whatever, splitting words up. Okay, so we'll do that. We'll come in, change these things. And then just come in, I'm just going to type in Christi, Christy, and come in with the arrow tool if something doesn't quite line up the way that I want to. And I'm just hitting my left arrow to slide that over. Boom, that looks really good. Okay, so this is sort of what we want the final document to look like, right? Yep, good. Okay, except what we need to do is then get it ready to go to the machine. So what I'm going to do is over here in my layers tab, maybe a little farther over depending on how you've got your screen set up, but open up the layers tab. I'm going to turn off the background. Boom. So that turns off everything that is going to be pre-printed on the letterhead, right? Then I'm going to come in and everything else with my arrow key, I'm going to draw a big line around, or a big rectangle around, okay? And you'll see what will happen is we've got all these lines that the text is sitting on, right? And they're different colors because they're in different layers, all that kind of stuff. None of this is vectorized yet, right? So this is the last thing you've got to do is we've got to set it up so that it's a vector. And to do that, you're going to go up to your menu bar at the very top. I'm sorry, it's outside the recording area that I've got here, but at the very top, you'll see your menu bar, and one of the things on it is type. You're going to click on type, and then come down to create outlines. Okay, just hit that. And you see when I did that, it went from the lines under everything to just like it said, it created outlines around it. That means this stuff is no longer text. It's now essentially an image, okay? And that's what the pen needs. So do all that thing. It's all good. Now we're ready to save it. So we can just go File, Save As, and this will pop up. We can name it whatever we want to call it. Christy letter. And then here, for format, we're going to want to make sure that we save it as an SVG and use artboards. So that means it's going to make sure everything's the right size. save, and then there we go. Boom. Sounds great. Let me know if you got any questions.